Fry had been living in the future for 23 years now, yet he still hadn't accomplished a single thing with his life. That's when he decided he needed to set himself a goal.
Stop it!
After that, Fry started racking his brain to figure out what goal to pick until Bender turned on the TV. That's when it hit him. He was going to watch every single TV show ever made. Right away, Fry subscribed to Hulu on his TV and got ready to binge watch. Amy tried to convince Leela to stop him, but Leela had already made up her mind to support all of Fry's dreams. And so, Fry dove headfirst into his TV marathon. After some time, the only thing left on his watch list was the final season of All My Circuits. Fry was still wondering how many episodes there were when Bender gave him the answer: 13,020 episodes, which meant there was no way Fry could ever finish them all. Seeing how heartbroken Fry looked, Leela told him it was actually possible. They had a brand new technology that let Fry watch all the episodes in one go. It was called binging, an immersive viewing machine. The professor warned Fry that the device might be dangerous.
I implore you to... Ow! My cortex!
But there was no talking Fry out of it, so the professor had no choice but to suit him up in the full set of gear.
Farewell, Leela, and always remember...
And just like that, Fry started watching the final season of All My Circuits. He sat glued to that chair for months on end, without a single break. The professor decided to check on him, only to find that Fry's brainwaves had synced up with the TV signal. This meant Fry was disconnecting from reality, and once the show ended, his consciousness would be severed, leaving him a vegetable for good. Leela blamed herself for what was happening. It was her fault for encouraging Fry's dream. Meanwhile, Hermes realized Fry was mere moments away from finishing the series. The professor suggested that Hulu might be willing to renew the old show for another season. So Leela and Bender headed to Hulu TV headquarters, met with the network executives, and proposed renewing All My Circuits. After a brief discussion, the executives turned them down flat. No one was buying the products advertised on the show anymore. That's when Planet Express stepped in and bought a huge load of the advertised merchandise. This made the executives change their minds and agree to the renewal. There was just one problem though. Calculon, the show's lead actor, was dead. But the executives said that wasn't an issue. She picked up the phone and called the robot devil, ordering him to bring Calculon back from the afterlife to film the show. Just as they were about to start shooting, Leela got a call from the professor. Fry only had one episode left to watch, which meant they had to keep filming non-stop if they wanted to keep Fry alive. Shortly after, the professor made a horrifying discovery. Fry was now watching the show at double speed, and trying to slow it down abruptly could kill him. Just when all hope seemed lost, Calculon came up with a solution. Since the cast was made up entirely of robots, they could perform at speeds way beyond what any human could handle.
You missed a line.
But right as they were about to roll cameras, the actors froze up because the script had stopped uploading. It turned out the entire writing staff had dropped dead from overwork. Seeing the crisis, Bender volunteered to step in as the new writer. Things were finally starting to look up until the Hulu executives showed up. The new episodes they'd filmed were absolutely terrible, and Planet Express wasn't buying any more of the advertised products, so they shut down the production on the spot. Thankfully, the